All right. So I got another statue from XM Studios, and this one is not a new release, but it's a statue that I kind of waited for a long time to get. I did have a few options from custom or fan art statues to Sideshow to this one from XM Studios, and I just wanted to wait, for the right one. And I really like this one, but I wasn't sure, so I was waiting to see, the other ones as well. And I decided to go with this one. And I'll go over a few things that I really like about this one, and one thing I don't like about it. I'll show you later. But as usual, I'll go over quickly, the history of Carnage, just briefly show you those cool comics there, and then we go into the statue review. This one does have a few switch outs. So, well, let's see. So, Carnage, I guess, let's start with Cletus. Let's see there. You can see Cletus Kasady, first appearance, Amazing Spider Man 344. He was basically a trouble guy, a serial killer, basically. And they're basically, I mean, there's more to the story, but the offspring of Venom kind of attached himself to Cletus when he was in jail, and they became Carnage. She's basically a more evil version of Venom, and I guess we can say it like that. I have Amazing Spider-Man 360, and you can see here first appearance of Carnage in cameo, which I kind of disagree a little bit because on 359, and I'll show you here on the side, um, as usual, a couple pictures so you can see what he looked like in the comics. But on 359, you see him in jail, and you can see like a little red thing kind of, I guess, possessing him. So to me, that would be kind of the first appearance, maybe. I don't know. I guess, some people may say that's the first time those two, were together, but in 360 he becomes Carnage, and then 361, which is this one here, and you see first appearance of Carnage, 361. And you can see right there on the cover, Carnage Part 1. And that's when he's fully Carnage, I guess, and he's fighting Spider-Man. Um, like I said, I'll put some pictures here on the side so you can compare and see some picture of those comics. Um, he's gonna be on the next Venom movie as well. If you've seen the first Venom, let me show you this. That's him in the comics. Nice. You can see he's a little bit smaller than Venom. Yeah. Okay. Uh, but like I say, he's gonna be in a Venom 2 movie, which should be really cool. But if you've seen the first movie, at the end of the movie, you kind of see a little bit of um, the beginning of Carnage, I guess.
I'm here. When I get out of here, and I will, there's gonna be carnage.
So, okay, that's it for his very short, brief history here. Now I'm gonna just take a quick break here so we can start looking at the statue. Like I said, it has some really cool switch outs. As you can see, that one's really nice. And yeah, that's it. Okay, um, let's look at the statue now. Um, like I said, I put on this turntable so we can turn and see it. Oh, yeah. Oh, the head. I like the pose. It's pretty dynamic. I like the colors on it. It's red. It's not really orange. It's pretty close to what you see on the comic there. You can see both together. Oh, let's start with the art print. See that on the back. As usual, it's basically the same thing as the statue and the other XM Studios art print. Pretty cool. So, as I mentioned before, it took me a while to get this one because I was on the fence if I should get this one or the Sideshow. The Venom statue that I have is the Prime one. If you see my videos before, I have the Prime 1 Venom because I prefer the Prime 1 over the XM Venom. But on the Carnage, this was my favorite. I'll put some pictures here on the side so you can see what the Sideshow looks like. It's not bad. There's nothing really wrong with it. I just like this one better. I really like the switchouts as well. And it does have 3 portraits, and I like all 3 of them. This is the first one. Let's see up close. It's very nice. And let me take it out. So that's the first one. And you have this one. It's pretty similar. It has more of the black, and it doesn't have the tongue sticking out. I have to say this is my least favorite. I mean, I like it, but and then we have this one that's really cool. I mean, this is really cool. I mean, the transformation there is like, it's really nice. And I try to shoot this in 4K so you can see the details and see how well done it is. Okay, let me just be careful here. Okay. And that's my favorite. It's really well done. I like the way they did the eyes, the mouth, the crazy expression. In the way, like this side, he's already changing, and this side, you can see more of his face. So you see that maniacal expression. So it looks pretty cool. Again, you can go wrong with any of them, but this is really cool. These pieces here, they're kind of plastic, much like the Prime 1 Venom. And it's kind of a nightmare to put it together. It takes a while, but once you put them there, they'll stay. There's probably, I don't know how many, there's like dozens. Take a look from the back. So you can see the color. It's not straight red. You can see there's some shading, especially across his back, which is really nice. I thought it would be just red, but it's not. You can see some of the shading there. It's pretty easy to assemble. I mean, except for these little pieces here. The switch outs is just the arms, the head, and for the base, the only piece that comes out is this top piece. So okay, I'm just gonna pause here, and I'll swap the arms for the other two. Basically, it has this one that's kind of match for this one here, and then you have just the regular hands, which is that one and this one. So I'll just put the regular hands first. I kind of like this one. It's kind of creepy, and that one. Yeah, but I'll pause here and you'll see how it looks with the other ones. Okay, so this is how it looks with the regular arm. It looks pretty cool too. I'll stand back a little bit so you can see it. Turn. Looks pretty cool too. Again, it depends sometimes how much space you have. The other one does take a little bit more space. So let me switch again and put the two big ones. I'll just pause here again. Okay. So this how he looks with the modified arms, I guess, as weapons. I like the one on the back there. It's really cool. This gives you like more dynamic and a wide pose. So if you do have the space, looks pretty cool. This one's kind of low. That's the reason I prefer to use the other one. But the one on the back, I kind of like because it's high. Gives it like a more dynamic look. Okay, so I'll put it back the way I prefer now. Okay, now this is my favorite look. It's got a little bit of both. It has I guess the weapon arm, but it has this other one kind of holding onto the tower, but with the long fingers and the maniacal face. So yeah, pretty cool statue. I'm very happy with it. I'm glad I waited. Here, just one more look here so you can see the color. Because I've seen some people complain about some of the other statues. The color, they didn't like the color. I really like this one. In person, it looks a little bit darker than you can see on the video here. Another close look. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick break here and go over a couple of final thoughts about it and a couple of things I don't like about it. Okay, let me just take a break now. Okay, so now I'll go over a couple of things that I don't like about the statue. And when I say I don't like it, they're not deal breakers or anything. like I said, I'm just honest about it. If there's something I like it, I'll tell you. If there's something I don't like it, I'll say I don't like it. You may agree or disagree, but the first thing is this, and I'll show you a little bit close. This part here, where the foot connects to the base here. Can't really see, but it doesn't look. I don't know. It doesn't look like it really connects well. I think it could have been done better. Same thing on the other one. The red, it's a little bit darker on this bottom piece here. And I don't know, they could have done better or done more with the foot going down here. It just looks like it's kind of separate, which maybe that's their intent. But again, it's something you're probably gonna notice unless you display like the back like this, which I don't think many people display like this. But if you just keep it the way like, oh, I'm gonna display like kind of like this, most likely, or even like this, you barely notice. The other thing that I think they could have done better is the base itself, as far as the painting. I like the concept of, I guess, this tower, but it almost looks like it's not painted. I mean, if you get close to it, you can see there's some, it's not just one color, but from a foot or so away, it kind of looks like all the same color. Like somebody primed it to paint it, but didn't put any extra paint on it, or I don't know. I think they could have done more details as far as some more shading, maybe some darker areas, some highlights, maybe some damage pieces. It looks too clean and looks kind of unfinished. Again, it's not bad. It still looks really nice. I can display like this, but most likely I'm no artist, but I'll try to put some highlights on it, or paint it a little bit to make it look a little bit different. If you see my Craven review, I also had a couple of comments about Craven, that a couple of things I didn't like. So I'm actually in the process of creating a separate base for Craven, just an extension, and I'll post a video later, the way I wanted the Craven statue to be. If you already seen my Scorpion statue review, I think I show a little bit of my custom Scorpion base on that video, and you can get idea of how much I do. Again, I'm no artist, but I'd like to make it look the way I like it. So sometimes I get it just the way I want it, sometimes it doesn't work so much. So, but well, that's about it. Again, I'm very happy. I'm glad I waited for this one, and I'll put some pictures next to the Prime 1 Venom, so you can see the size difference, which is considerable, when you see my statue display at the end of the video. Okay, I'll put some pictures and you can see him next to the other statue, so you can get a size comparison. Okay, as usual, if you have any suggestions, comments, just write below and I'll get to it. If you want to see my other videos, just go watch the other ones, or subscribe if you want to be notified of future videos. I usually only post like once a week at the most, maybe once a month sometimes. But yeah, okay, that's about it for the Carnage. Thank you.